final day. Don't rush. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Illusion shattered! Let the show begin. My apologies! Embrace the ice!
Gather!
There is no escape! I'll be...
I will have order!
Illusion shattered! Now ye shall perish! Please appreciate.
Solidify!
Let's dance. Take flight. Yeah. Kamisato art. Sometsu.
This is order.
Shine down. Whirling snow. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
An unfortunate fault. I will have order.
Illusion shattered. I'll protect us. Embrace the ice. My apologies. Let's dance.
This is order. Gather!
Shine down. Torn to oblivion.
Are you?
Solidify!
There is no escape. I'll protect us. Whirling snow. Sakura swirl.
I will have order. Stabilize!
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered. Let's dance. My apologies. Please is a
Solidified!
There is... What the... Embrace the ice! Inazuma shines eternal!
This is order! Gather!
Shine down!
Okay, got it. But fish taste best when they're freshly blasted. Grill them over a fire and they'll turn extra crispy and smell so good.
Don't worry, Jean has informed me about all that a while ago. So, I went ahead and placed some orders at Good Hunter. Over the next few days, their chefs will be preparing the best fish fresh from the lake and cooking them right away. Freshly cooked fish served with Klee's favorite spices and my specially prepared desserts. I'm sure it'll be just as delicious as your catches.
Okay, then I'll trust your taste, Lisa. I promise I'll stay in the city and play Dodoco's boom-tastic adventure. I won't go fish blasting or make any trouble for Albedo's friend. Anyway, I'm gonna go look for Miss Honorary Knight and Paimon now.
Is someone looking for us?
Miss Honorary Knight and Paimon! Klee was just thinking about you and then you appeared! How'd you do that? Oh, did you somehow magically hear Klee's thoughts?
Oh, little cutie and Paimon, you're here just in time. Looks like I won't have to go to the trouble of writing you a letter now.
We had some time on our hands and wanted to look for something to read in the library. Anyway, what's Dodoco's Bombastic Adventure? It sounds way more fun than reading a book.
It's a new game Lisa made for me. We came up with the name together. You're amazing, Paimon. You remembered the name so quickly.
Whoa, you can design games, Lisa? Paimon thought that you were just into books.
I merely drew some inspiration from Shroomsplosion, a game from back when I was a student. It didn't really take too much effort. As long as we keep Klee happy during these unique circumstances, I'm willing to design as many games as she likes.
Oh, now that Paimon thinks about it, Klee mentioned Albedo's friend, right? Did something happen in Mondstadt?
It's not too serious, but the situation still has to be treated with caution. Recently, fish species native to Sumeru have begun appearing in Cider Lake. Allowing them to spread would put the ecological balance of Mondstadt's waters at risk. Luckily, Klee noticed some fish she'd never seen before while she snuck out to play. She caught a few and showed them to Kaya. If it weren't for Klee, I'm afraid most of the local species would have already receded by the time ordinary citizens fully grasp the situation. And if a change occurs in the underwater ecosystem, it could very well affect the quality of water in Cider Lake. Consequently, the entire wine industry of Mondstadt could be in danger, and that poses a major threat to our economy.
I saved the day! I even got praised by Master Jean!
So that's what happened. Whew, good thing Klee noticed the fish before things got out of control.
The investigation team sent out a few members to inspect Cider Lake and look for the origin of the intruding species. To avoid disturbing these little invaders, Klee has to keep her treasured bombs away for some time. The investigation team's instruments are extremely sensitive, so any explosion within a certain distance of the lake would affect their data. Jean said that Klee would definitely get bored being cooped up inside the city all the time. Albedo's busy making improvements to the reconnaissance company's experimental equipment, while Kaya just left for a business trip. So the task of looking after her fell on my shoulders.
But I'm not bored anymore because Lisa invented Dodoko's Bombtastic Adventure. Miss Honorary Knight and Paimon, let's play together!
All right, the game table is right over there in the garden. The orders I've placed at Good Hunter will also be delivered there. Please enjoy yourselves. It's not every day you get to play games with Klee, surrounded by the scent of flowers on the breeze, with delicious food delivered right to you.
Wait, Lisa, are you not coming with us?
Don't you think it'd be a little unfair if the game's creator joined in? I don't want to spoil the fun. Besides, as the librarian, I still have my basic responsibilities to take care of.
That just sounds like another excuse for staying indoors!
Run along now. Have fun playing with Klee.
Okay then, we'll catch you later, Lisa!
Here, Miss Honorary Knight. This is where we'll play Dodoko's Bombtastic Adventure.
Whoa, Lisa picked a really good spot. Paimon loves it here already. All right, teach us how to play, Klee.
Yeah, let's play!
want to go next? If you'd like to. See Leo Ace.
Add Astra. Add Astra. Thank you for completing.
Everyone can hear your voice.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush. Ozma. It's the same as I remember. But where are those who share?
This is the place that immediately came to mind when the hint mentioned a crossroad. I came here to conduct some astrological observation once. Everything went smoothly on the way, and I thought I was starting to get used to life at the academia. But just as I was about to set up the observation equipment, I heard a strange sound coming from nearby. I made my way here and discovered a bunch of They were a group of treasure hoarders, and the family that was being mugged looked not exactly. Someone with a vision should However, I didn't know how to channel the power of the elements to fight it. Then I ran away. Eventually, I managed. It took longer than I had hoped, and I don't know if the family only lost. I faced a lot of problems. I could have stepped in to help that family. Thank you. It's just as the silly said. But what about my thesis? Sorry. All right. I'm really...
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Let's stop here. I don't think... Alright. I feel bad for making you go through so much trouble for me. I'm sorry. But enough of that. Watch out! Monsters! A lot of them too. No, I'll fight too, but I want to help. I mustn't keep repeating my past. I should take action when I need. If you miss those opportunities, and alright, let's... My guiding stars!
Whirling snow! Kamisato art! Sometsu!
Don't be scared. Mine's a command.
There is no escape! My apologies! Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish!
It's embarrassing to be out of... Well, the only appropriate response would... But then again, I know you'd be able to... I'm just happy I didn't get in your way during... Oh, thanks for the compliment. I sure don't get to hear... Although I may not be physically strong, my will is as resilient as they... Can you stay with me while I recover my energy? We meet again. Sorry, but I don't really have time to chat right now. Yeah, it's been days since I've had... I was originally looking up some information at the House of Dana. I should have been done with the first draft of my thesis by now, but I've... Well... but who am I kidding? Maybe, I should probably notify my advisor sooner than late. To be honest, I haven't slept a wink for days. Lack of sleep hinders my ability to focus, and if I can't... I've seen the caliber of the other academia students. Oh, if it wasn't for someone who... If that was the case, I would have... this might sound strange, but I actually don't know who... due to my lack of sleep. Yeah, but oddly enough, when I wake up, all the things I was stressing over are taken care of. My homework's somehow finished before the deadline, but that's not all. I really don't know what's going... Maybe the stars above decided to help out after... but there's no... It comes down to my own efforts. Improving... Oh no. I've already... I still haven't made much. Yes, but times of the wisdom Sealy is. If you want its help, no one knows. By getting an answer, all comes down. All I can do right now. Who knows if it'll have trying my luck with another. You're right. But what do we do from here? Rest? But my deadline's... you do... Then how should I rest? I definitely won't be... Oh, that's a... Let's sit down here and have some coffee and sweets. It'll help me put my thoughts... no. We're here to rest.
Oh, hey, Layla.
Huh?
I'm one of Layla's classmates. I just came by to say hi. We just submitted our theses and we're totally beat. Everyone will be meeting here to celebrate. Seeing how relaxed you look, you must have already had your thesis
Oh, no,
You say that every time we talk, but you've never missed a deadline. Not only that, your papers are all... Yet you're always going around saying stuff like, I can't make it, I don't understand.
Well,
For starters, she doesn't even try to participate with the group at all. It's one thing that she's not willing. Every time we come to see her, she looks out of sorts, and it's not like we can't finish our own theses without her, but no one wants to always see her this way.
I know. Sorry.
Whatever. There's no point in starting an argument. If you think she can justify her behavior, then that's your opinion.
Thanks for standing up for... I really want to help the others, but most of the time I can't ever tell my classmates about that. It's really just a big misunderstanding. It's actually pretty rare for someone to actively engage in a conversation. Huh? What do you mean? Yeah, that's exactly it. Seems you know, just the thing is, I'm terrible under pressure, and the more nervous I get, the worse things become. Face it head on? What should I do? Okay. The theory sections are pretty much fit as of now. I'm missing and then there's the preparation for... What? You want... thank you. Thank you so... you're so... okay, I'll do my best. First on the list is the experiment ticket. However, the weather was rainy. There were a lot of people waiting to borrow the Celeste. That's why I still haven't performed the... that's right. The Celestial Globe is a hype... Huh? Why the Adventurers Guild? Oh, I see. Okay.
Ad Astra Episosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
I'd like to... I have equipment at the academia.
I don't know anything about astrology, so I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the device. However, one of our requesters happens to be in astrology, and after the Adventurers Guild helped him out, he indicated that he'd be perhaps we could arrange a meeting between you two. That should help solve your problem.
Really?
You're welcome. It's my job to provide The man's name is Azam. Here's his address.
Hello?
Yes, I am. How may I... Ah, I see. Well, if it's a request from an adventurer, then I'll be happy.
Yes, this is it. Thank you so much. Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just got a little excited. Please go ahead.
To be honest, judging by what stands before me, I find it very... Astrology is a hobby of mine, and these devices have cost me both time and more, which is why I don't let just anyone borrow them on a whim.
Oh, that's complete...
How about this? I don't need a deposit or anything, but if your explanation proves satisfactory...
Share the... Alright, I'll try.
Yes, that would be fun.
You're probably aware that astrologists rely on the movements of...
Of course.
My current research is about a certain phenomenon.
Interesting. That's not a topic any ordinary person would be
Okay. Well, and as time continues to flow, the stars change and everything else becomes affected by this.
I think that it might just be another law of nature.
If the changes follow a certain pattern or routine, the changes could be resulting from a simple single orbit shift. What I'm working on now...
Triple orbit? By yourself?
Yes.
You do know that adding an extra star to the equation
It does get a little complicated, but it's still... which leads us to what...
Amazing. I suppose I should never have judged a book by its cover.
Do I really look like that sort of person?
Don't worry. I'm just joking. It would make me extremely happy if my collection... Just make sure you return it.
Oh, thank you so... Good thing, Azam. Really? I was just... Really? I don't know if you really mean it, but I guess even the hardest prop recording and comparing data will... Let's continue with the plan. like the best spot to do this. So here's what will happen. Theoretically, however, I tend to get... That's why I want to that's right. It's okay if your questions are a little off. Wait a moment. Alright, Layla. Alright. Sure. The direction of this research is based on the results of, based on a sample size of 124. You can see the common traits of the erode. It's clear that in each of the, we not only need to limit the stars with greater shifts are often key, and that's my answer to your question. I'm gonna need more practice. I can feel my... Oh, really? Then this practice must be helping. I didn't even I guess that means I'm capable. I can hardly believe... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sure. I still don't know anything about the blessing from the star. That somehow makes... Yeah... It almost makes the... But I would really like to discover what... That's basically how I feel about it. It's almost like how you helped me. I really cherish and appreciate... That's good. I hope it's a look... This seems like the best spot to do this. So here's what will happen. Theoretically, however, I tend... That's why I want to... That's right. It's okay if your question... Wait... Alright. Huh? I doubt they'd ask about the differences are considered... I'm sorry. And that's my answer to your question. I'm gonna need more practice. Oh, really? Then this... I didn't even I guess that means I can hardly... Oh, I'm sorry. I still don't know anything about... That's... Yeah... But I would That's basic. It's almost like how you help. That's good. Help?
Yes? Ah, I see. Well...
Yes, this is it. Sorry.
To be honest, astrology is a hobby of mine, and these devices have cost me both time, which is why I don't let just anyone borrow...
Oh, that's...
How about this? If your explanation proves...
Sure, Alright, I'll try. But I can't disclose the act.
Yes, that would be fine.
You're probably aware that astrology.
Of course.
My current research.
Interesting. That's not a
Okay. As time continues,
I think that it might just be another law of nature.
if the changes follow a certain pattern or the changes could be resulting from a simple single orbit. What I'm working on now is the.
Triple orbit?
Yes.
You do know that adding an extra star to the...
It does get a little complicated, which leads.
Amazing.
Do I really look?
Don't worry. I'm just joking. It would make me extremely happy if my collection could just make sure you return it.
Oh, thank you so. Good thing is, really? I was really? I guess even the hardest recording and comparing data will. Let's continue with. Hello.
Yes? Ah, I see.
Yes, this is it. Sorry.
To be... Astrology is a hobby of mine, and these devices have cost me both time, which is why I don't...
Oh,
How about this? If your explanation proves satisfactory...
sure. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm okay. My mind just decided to stray elsewhere for.
Correct. I was about to test you with a few...
Oh, don't worry about it.
She seems a little... Oh,
With pleasure. I'll give you a general overview. Due to the difficulty of designing an experiment and the challenges of validating theories, and therein lies the largest complexity.
I've heard about this before.
One of the most classic challenges is to use 3 stars with shifting orbits to.
Are you referring to the triple orbit problem?
I came up with a set of prediction methods that encompass more than half of the triple. This set of methods is already being put into practice at the Ratawa Histarshan, but.
Yes, I've heard about that. The announcement made big waves in the
You mustn't judge a book by its cover. The thesis I'm working on this time aims to address the remaining triple orbit problem.
I see. In that case, I just keep it as part of a collection. I can't use it.
Thank you for understanding. I'll return it in Okay, we should be. What did we plan to do after this? Huh? What makes you say that? Is there something? Fine. Looks like I can't keep the act up any longer. I suppose that is with her long-term sleep deprivation. Whenever her anxiety peaks, she loses However, her unpredictable and variable sleep patterns are There's no one willing to help her here, so... I am rather curious about you, though. Really? That's great. Seems like you've given her... She's only steps away from the finish line. Anyway, what's the plan from here? I see. Well, it wouldn't be of any help, but come on. Let's go back to the House of Dick. Go, Barbara, go! Okay, I should get started up. Oh, and I have to ask a favor. Well, she's always been in a she might feel like everything she's ever worked. She's a resilient girl, but no matter how if her condition grows any worse, it's possible that I might. She's getting better though, isn't she? It's apparent she's my source of knowledge. I'm merely the representation of how she would be if she were rested, and I believe that she's one of the best. But growth is a process and shouldn't be rushed. I will always believe in and believe me, even if she were to end up at rock, that's the kind of person she is. Alright, I've written down all the possible questions that I think I'm not going to sign it, obviously. Oh, and don't forget about our agreement.
I wonder when I'll be as tall.
Let's sit down here and have some coffee and sweets. No. We're here to wrap.
Oh, hey, Layla.
Huh?
I'm one of Layla's classmates. I just came by to say hi. We just submitted our theses and we're totally beat. Seeing how relaxed you look, you must have
Oh, no, I'm actually...
You say that every time we talk, but you've never... Yet you're always going around saying stuff like, I can't
Well,
For starters, she doesn't even try to participate with the group at all. Every time we come to see her, it's not like we can't finish our own theses without her, but no one wants to all...
I know. Sorry.
Whatever. There's no point in starting an argument here. If you think she can justify her behavior...
Thanks for saying. I really want to help the others, but most of the time Yeah, I can't ever tell my class. It's really just a big misunderstanding. It's actually pretty rare for someone to actively... Huh? What do you mean? Yeah. The thing is, I'm terrible under pressure. And the more nervous I get, the worse things become around me. Completely relaxed? But we're at a cafe. Is this not relaxed? I know. Alright. No more buts. How do I completely sightseeing? I used to enjoy visiting the rain. Okay, why don't we... Even the air here feels more relaxed. I just want to forget about the thesis. This doesn't count as trying to avoid... That's quite the legitimate excuse. I grew up in a place like this. Looking into the distance... those were the happiest... I had a bunch of no matter what ingredients we found, we would cook them over a fire. No, it wasn't that bad. It really depends. Sure. Apples and zaytun peaches were the most popular fruits back then. Oh, and of course, grilled fish is delicious too. A fish skin releases oils while cooking, which drip into the fire and cause it to burn even brighter. But we would always get yelled at by the grown-ups if they caught us sneaking into the river to catch fish. What's the big deal? We just want to swim. That's what we used to say. But now that I think about it, it really was quite dangerous. Thank goodness nothing bad ever happened. I think we found enough now. Alright, there's nothing like... I'll be here cleaning the ingredients. Fresh. We all used to run around in the... It doesn't matter how long I'm away from the... how about you? Can you relate to that feeling? It's almost like not knowing the world will change or ever... Whatever the case, in the end, I passed the admission later as I sat in a lecture at the... I can't go back anymore. And others... you're right. So we should let go... But reminiscing about the you start missing those moments once you... From now on, I'd like to cherish every single day of my life. I'll take the compliment. A little bit of sugar. I thought it'd be impossible for me to enjoy, but now I feel like I'm fully enjoying myself. You're right. I've been a carefree stroll. Wow, I never knew the feeling of cool. Can you wait for a minute? I'd like, I can't remember the last time I went swimming. I might, okay. Wait. No. I'll no. Wait, we're starting already? That's just like how I used to think that I had it. On top of that, but swimming again really feels great. Every muscle in my body. I'm just kidding, of course. I'm sure. Let's keep going. There's a mushroom here. You want to jump on it to see what's up there? I haven't done this in a while. I kinda want to give it a try.
Order guide you. Solidify! Stabilize! Solidify! Stabilize!
Shine down!
Let's dance. Whirling snow. Yeah. Ha. Ha. Sakura swirl. Ha. Ha.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
There is no escape! Shine down!
We've walked pretty far now, but I barely felt the time passing by. I've been staring at books in my feet. You're right. No matter how much you really understand more about life than I do. Release my stress? But it's a little uncivilized. Alright, I'll give it a try. Just...
Ah! What an amazing day!
It feels like my entire body is bubbling with excitement after yelling like that. This happiness was so common as a child, but it's getting late. Why don't we rest here for a while? Oh, but it's alright if you don't want to listen to that kind of stuff. We can also tell jokes about life, or... okay. Then, the only reason I ever chose to study astrology is because of how beautiful... My teacher told me that nature possesses a certain power that grants people an equal amount of kindness and fairness, regardless of the different talents they may possess. And that's why I wanted to call the kind person who's always helping me as the blessing from the stars. The stars in the sky are something that brings happiness to people. Everything about home is filled with purity and if I were to ever discard anything so pure, that's why, no matter how tiring or... Yeah, thank goodness you... We probably still have a while until the stars come out. Only kids sit around like this, waiting for the stars to appear.
Osmanthus wine tick. The same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Boats are made for transferring commodity. He's back. And forth. And those that come across Leo tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I've taken a look at your proposal. It's much better than the ones you showed me before, but...
Oh, come on, not again. Isn't this the 6th proposal I've shown you?
It's a bit hard to put into words.
I have to say, that's a terribly vague and unconvincing explanation. Please enlighten me. What would feel more right to you?
For starters, don't you think this roof is jutting out a bit too far from the top? This door, too. I don't think it needs to be nearly this large.
The roof and the door, even if the soul of the building won't be lost, all traces of architectural style...
Oh, I understand the principles of what you are saying, of course, but... Oh, actually, I just got an idea. Can we get rid of all...
What?
Don't architects often say that symmetry makes everything more balanced and pleasing to the eye?
I really don't know how you managed to come up with such a ridiculous idea. Anyway, that's it. I will not be working on this commission anymore.
Hey, young man, please wait!
Taking this commission was truly the worst decision ever. Oh, hey, I wasn't expecting to run into you here. Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tavern? Don't listen to anyone who says that drinking is an elegant pastime. So you saw all that, did you? Ugh, I thought I was in the clear. I made sure to double-check that nobody I knew was around. Anyway, thanks for looking out for me. Honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm used to it by now. Stress is just an inescapable part of being a working adult. Boss, I'll have a glass of wine, same as last time. Do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
Wine and a glass of juice coming right up.
I know you're already keeping a secret from me, but if you could add this one to the list as well, I'd really appreciate it. That guy, though. What was he even going on about? Another glass, please, boss. I'm not leaving today till...
You've got it, sir. I gotta say, though, it almost feels...
It really is every other day that you'd run into a client who knows nothing about construction requirements or architectural... But perhaps getting used to this just means that I've grown numb to it. I would spend a lot of time altering my designs, and by the time the clients were finally satisfied, I suppose, though, that just sticking to your guns and completely disregarding other people's feedback, all of this makes for a real paradox. One that particularly crops up...
Here's your drink. How are you already spouting nonsense after...
Boss, what do you think is
the meaning of art? Really, my friend, who in Sumeru... Anyway, I don't know about art, but I do know that I'm interested in business, and...
What do you think, traveler? Yes, art shouldn't be self-indulgent entertainment, Let's say that I built a house for someone. If they don't like how it looks, then the problem is that it can be very difficult to get validated by others. I could Sounds great to me. I don't even want to think about this project anymore. Huh? Where did that come from? I mean, it's not like it's some kind of secret. My mother is also an architect. I've always adored her drawings, and when I was young, perhaps... In fact, I have also seen my mother argue with her client. Unfortunately, I've barely had any contact with her since she remarried and moved abroad. Even if I wanted to ask her about her ability to stay positive after an argument, I did remember something else, though. When my mother left, at the time, she even told me that it would be great if I could learn a few... I hadn't quite come to grips with my emotions, and didn't really have it in me to go through any sentiment. It's been a really long time, now that so many years have passed. Speaking of that, either way, thanks for reminding me that I can invite you to come along. Thinking too hard about the words is giving me a headache. So if you want to stick around and see how this will turn out, you'll be sure to encounter some bits and pieces of my past. All right, then let's head back together. Who knew that the day would come when Let me see. I should have tidied up the place before I left the house this morning. Oh, anyway, there's no more time for drinks. Alhaitham isn't in, so feel free to sit wherever. I'll bring out the box. Oh, nothing. I just didn't realize how much time had passed. The box is pretty dusty, which means it's already been a while since I've moved into this place, and many years since my mother moved to Fontaine. I'm happy for her. I hope she'll be able to find happiness there. She raised me all by herself after my father passed away. It definitely wasn't easy for her. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see what I packed into this box. What are all these things? I remember now. This is a drawing I made in Port Ormos. Obviously, I wouldn't call it anything special now, but I was less than 5 years old when I made this drawing. Now that I've said that out loud, I suppose I do have some level of artistic talent, right? Criticism and self-doubt have always been a part of the artistic process. Without criticism, there can be no improvement. It's normal for me to question my abilities from time to time. I admit that I may have spent a little too long questioning myself this time around, but as you know, the heart tends to dwell on whatever it pleases. Anyway, never mind. The more I talk about it, the less confident I feel. Let's see. My building blocks! It's been years since I've last seen these. When I was a kid, I used to stack them super high, and could even stabilize the tower to keep it from tumbling over. Oh, and this blueprint. I made it by copying my mother's sketch, and the aspect ratio was horrendous. It's still technically the first blueprint I made myself, though. I was super proud of myself when I finished it, and put it in the same pile as my mother's sketches, hoping she'd notice and compliment me. Unfortunately, my mother didn't realize that I had put it there. When she had a meeting with a client, it was only a few days later that he finally gathered up the courage to pay my mother a visit. He asked, "The door in this blueprint is..." My mother took me with her to personally apologize to the... She didn't scold me about it in private, though. Instead, she went over all the steps required to draw... Let's see, is there anything else left in this box? What was this again? This is my mother's notebook. She used to write and sketch in it all the time. When I was a child, I used to be super fascinated by this notebook, and always pestered my mother to let me read it. After asking her a few times, she told me that I could read it as long as I could guess the password. Wonder why she didn't take this notebook with her. If only I could. I never meant... Hey, it's not a matter of time, it's a matter of inspiration. That's what... Who knows? Maybe this time something will click in my head, and the answer will just present itself. Let me think. I could tell what you were thinking. Don't worry, I've tried my name, my father's name, my mother's name, my grandparents' names on both sides, and all of our birthdays. I've tried every name and number remote. I've even tried stuff like Love You Kaveh, Take Care, and Yours Truly. I wouldn't try that route again. I have a hunch that it won't be that simple. Yeah, you're right. Although I was hoping to find some words of wisdom from my mother, if I stop and think about it, her words may not be the advice that I need to hear right at this moment. Everyone's life journey is different. Traveler, you've visited many lands and met many people, so I'm sure you've run into situations where some advice... I just got an idea, though. If I want to rekindle the creative passion that I had before, what do you think? I'm glad you agree. Then let's start by
Please show me your credentials before borrowing books.
Of all the places in the academia, I remember this one most. When my studies got busy, I used to pull all-nighters here trying to finish my blueprints. Who doesn't miss their time at the academia? Life was a lot simpler then, and we all had far less troubles. I created many designs that I thought were beautiful in the House of Dana. I drew whatever came to mind, since I didn't have to care about budget constraints or turning... if I had to give a reason, it'd probably... The academia also had a rule that allowed scholars to annotate any physical books they came across. Oh, here, this is a great example. This book, History of Ancient Sumeru Architecture, contains some analysis that I did many years ago. Huh? Why is Alhatham's handwriting also in here? When did he ever read this book? I guess it's probably from when we worked on that research project together. Anyway, he probably never cared to tell you this, but the House of Dana is where Alhatham and I first met. I came here to do my homework, and saw him sitting by himself next to that row of bookshelves. A group of Haravatat scholars were chatting near him, but he looked as if he was too lazy to join them. There was a pretty stark difference between him and all the rest of them. It was my fault for feeling bad for him. I thought he must have gotten into some kind of trouble and went over to ask if he needed anything, not realizing that...
Not realizing that you were in fact the one in a whole heap of trouble?
Alhatham? Why are you here?
The House of Dana is a public space. Anyone can come here, no?
But shouldn't you be at the records room at this hour? You're not here to watch me make a fool of myself, are you?
You think I would derive amusement from watching you fall into depression over your life's various troubles? If that's the case, then I suppose I must have been entertaining myself for years. I came here to pick up a few files. If your voice hadn't managed to get through my soundproof earpieces, I probably wouldn't have noticed you.
All right. I admit I was probably overreacting just now. Probably not when he's right here with us. As his senior, I shouldn't try to talk—
There was nothing embarrassing or shameful about it. When I was still a student at the academia, I once collaborated with Kaveh on a research project. A collaboration is— we had a number of differences, and they remain unresolved even today. But the more important question is, why are you at the House of Dana?
As a senior scholar, isn't it my responsibility to offer my friend a quick tour and explanation of the academia's architecture?
I see. Then let me guess. Your next stop will be the pavilions around Razan Garden? Our famed architect— Oh, and Kaveh. A lot of the books you annotated have been moved to the innermost section of that bookshelf over there. You'll have to dig them out yourself if you need to find them.
Huh? But why would you know that? Don't tell me you finally—
Sure, if that will give you some self-confidence. Leave any words of thanks you may have to the ex-Grand Conservator. The last time he was here, he was complaining that he had received reports. As a result, the books you annotated have been moved to the back shelves.
What? But all of my annotations were extremely important! Instead of reporting me, they should have been thanking me for my service. Okay, just you wait. I'm going to fix this right now. I'll dig all the books out and return them to the proper shelves.
Oh, we'll wait. Anyway, you were about to say he's feeling a bit down? Put through the ringer. What an interesting phrase. He probably did suffer quite a bit, that's true. He always spends a lot of time editing his proposals, with the goal of satisfying his but the satisfaction of one client will not translate to general satisfaction with his work. Many problems in life can only be solved by a fundamental change. There are plenty of architects in Sumeru who are inferior to him in skill, yet far more irascible in temperament. Clearly, his predicament is inevitable, since he holds other people's feelings as more important than his own. Of course, each person is different, and we should respect the paths that they have chosen for themselves. Admonitions will serve no purpose. People tend to succumb to familiar pitfalls, and this is especially true for those who believe it's their duty to carry more burdens on their...
Looks like you were having an enjoyable chat while I was gone. Were you talking about me by any chance?
What do you think?
What else is there to talk about? Sure, anyway, you should take a look at this. Look at this comment on page 82. Dear Kaveh, thank you so much for annotating this book. See that? Now that's how a student should treat their seniors.
And it looks like you're already in a much better mood now. It really does...
Me? Happy? I'm mocking that retired blockhead for being so full of himself. He understands nothing about the true beauty of architecture.
Why don't you just move all the books yourself? It's not like he hasn't cursed you out before. What was that nickname he gave you? Kaveh had a habit of scribbling and writing in all kinds of books.
Hey! You didn't need to bring that up. Oh, actually, I also found a really old sketch in one of the books over there. See? Doesn't it remind you of something? Huh? Don't tell me even you don't get it.
Don't ask me. This is the time you specifically put aside to brag about yourself.
You... In that case, allow me to explain. Although this sketch is a little abstract...
We can also plainly see that the designer was a huge fan of this project. It's the project...
If I don't keep bringing up the neat projects that I've done, how would anyone know that I was... There shouldn't be any complaints about Port Ormos. If I remember correctly, the construction
There are indeed no records of any complaints about this project.
See? What did I tell you? Come on, let's take a stroll through Port Ormos next. I'll tell you all about the designs I made for the place.
No need. It's almost time to clock out for the day, and I don't intend on bringing any unfinished work home.
Suit yourself. It's not like you know how to appreciate artistry anyway. Let's go,